You got Jeremiah 17:9, right? Starting like this: the heart is deceitful above all things. Most people tune out right there. Like, oh, the heart is, what you saying? I got a bad heart? I got a good heart. I'm a good person. We start defending that right away, and the veil don't get lifted. The net stay on our mind. But check out what they mean by deceit for real. Like, deceit, they're not saying that the heart is trying to lead you astray. That's not what's intended with deceit. All it means is that the heart is not a leader. Emotions, feelings, your feelings are not leaders. You got the free will to follow your heart. You got the free will to follow your feelings. You know, I say it a lot in error. Yeah, follow your heart. Nah, that's wrong. You know, that's from darkness. But it feel good to say. Given the right circumstance, it feel good to say that. Yeah, follow your heart. You know what I mean? It sounds, the way we intend it is like, yo, we trying to, you know, lift you up, give you a pick me up. Follow your heart. Don't let anybody hate. This is what we mean. But regardless of what we mean by it, the intention is still there. That the heart is not a leader. Your feelings are not leaders. Naturally, and it doesn't mean that the heart is bad. That just means the function of the heart is that way. If you're looking for leadership from your feelings, you're gonna be deceived. If you're looking to be led by your heart, you're gonna be deceived. That's deceit. To deceive versus to receive. That's what the heart is a receiver. So if you're looking for a receiver to be a giver, you're gonna be led astray. You're gonna be deceived. The heart is a follower, a perfect follower. Your feelings follow your thoughts. So the heart follows, is a follower. If you try to make the heart a leader when it's a follower, you're gonna be deceived. You're gonna be deceived. So this is what it means with the heart is deceitful. That's why it says above all things. You got to understand this, because we think like, all right, above all things, the heart is just lying to people and it's full of dishonesty. No, those are just projections coming out of your mind and your thoughts. That's not what's there. You got to look past yourself and look at the whole human race. It didn't say your heart. It didn't say my heart. It didn't say your friend's heart, your girl's heart, your man's heart. It didn't say your kids' hearts. It said the heart, the human heart itself, is deceitful above all things. So it's not a leader. It's designed to follow, right? It's a feedback. It's a feedback mechanism. That's what your heart is. When we say your feelings, your emotions, is a feedback loop. You're getting feedback. Is a response to something. But when we talk about the next line, then it sounds even uglier. So not only is the heart deceitful above all things, which means it's a follower, not a leader. If you're looking for leadership from the heart, you're going to be deceived, because the heart is a receiver, not a producer. But then you have desperately wicked. Who can know it? This is the other part that's added to the heart. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Sounds bad too, right? But it's not. It's designed for you to think that it's not, to throw you off the trail. Desperation, that's when you come down to what you gotta do. Desperation. There's no excuses when you're desperate. You don't make excuses when you're desperate. It's just 100%. You give your 100% all the time, no matter how much we claim to be like that. You know, we're not desperate all the time, so we're not always feeling like our back is against the wall. Even if you feel like most of your life is like that, you know, you wouldn't be alive right now realistically if every second of your life was desperation. You know, not in the free world, not behind the wall. Neither one of them. Not in perpetual desperation. So this is talking about giving your 100% effort. It's desperately wicked. Not wicked, is wicked. Like a candle. Your heart, your feelings, all of that shines regardless. That's an automatic. It shines desperately. It's desperately wicked. You understand? 100% on shine. There's no such thing as half-heartedness. That's not a real thing. Say, oh, this person gave a half-hearted attempt. No, they didn't give a half-hearted attempt. The heart can't give itself in halves like that. It's not evil like a real deceiver. It's just deceitful because it follows. If the heart just don't feel like doing something, it's just not, you're not going to feel like doing it. You're not going to halfway feel like doing it. You're either going to 100% feel like it or not. You're going to be taking free will actions to make it like it's a half-hearted attempt. It's not half a heart. It's half a truth. So it's desperately wicked. Who can know it? Now you don't know. I don't know. Who can master the fire of the heart? Nobody can master all of the force that goes into desire. We can't measure that. But that's what it's talking about, though, when it's like your feelings. Of course, we're not talking about the heart, the organ. We see it in all of the science and medical books that the heart is known, like the physical heart with the valves and all of that pumps blood. That's known. Talking about your feelings, your desires. Next line. See how I'm taking the mysticism out of it, like all of that. I'm taking religion out of the scriptures. That's what I'm here to do. You can send me to whatever hell you want to send me to in your mind, judgment wise, but that's what the Most High really sent me to do, to take religion out of the scriptures, to separate it. Yeah, religion is what got people trapped. Religion don't got nothing to do with God. It got everything to do with wearing the name of God like a poster child while keeping people blind and in the dark. That's what that's about. But anything that you can read, whether it's scripture or otherwise, you could get the gems from it, if your motives are pure. So I just wanted to really touch on that. I guess we'll slide another line in. What's this, like verse 11 or 12, 10 or 11 or 12? The Lord searches the heart and tests the mind. So he gives every person according to his ways, according to the fruit of his doings. So what is the idea of the Lord? The idea of God is not a person who's waiting for approval, who you gotta impress and make happy. No, this was another word, God, the Lord, another word for the giving of karma. But people try to personalize it and add like all of these human characteristics to power, just to the fact that we reap what we sow. That karma is what it is. You give what you get. But if you put all kind of middlemen and archetypes and stuff in the way, of course you can get anybody confused. And when you start stacking beliefs on beliefs, whether people misled or not, it's going to become a real construct to hold certain people back and push certain people forward at the same time. So that's what that is. You know what I mean? And I feel like something like that just needs to be looked at differently, in a different way, with a different slant on it. It's not about these are the righteous, these are the unrighteous, these, you know what I mean? Nah, it's so much more nuanced than that. This is why people don't come back to y'all. This is why y'all can't fill up the venues like before. Y'all stuck with the studio audience. Y'all stuck with the, you know what I mean? Y'all Sunday mornings, y'all probably pressing in tracks for a fake audience in a building that used to be packed to capacity. That's probably where y'all at right now. While there's folks online selling out arenas every month, basically, with their attendance and view count. And this is all from the person's, wherever they at. Real estate in the mind is bigger than real estate in the body. But don't follow the heart. Let the heart follow the mind. Super T Sigma. Divine Time. Peace.